We're a little bit behind the eight ball today. Accidentally forgetting to put underdog on screen. There we go. Start the stream. There we go. Now we're a professional streamer. Hoo-wee. Welcome this morning. We're here for some more Eliminator draft picks. And I don't really got anything else to say about it, so let's get right into the action. Because we got a pick with 3 minutes left. Danger, danger. Psychic is acting up. Let's see if it's going to, actually... Oh, well. We're going to make this pick and then deal with whatever the Psychic's complaining about. So we started this draft. Javonte, Chase, A.J. Brown, Waddle, Mike Evans. And this just seems like a Jaden Daniels spot. I like Jaden Daniels over Drake May. And I don't think we need to be stacking Drake May with A.J. Brown. And I don't think I need one of these running backs that can come back. Let's try this again. Yeah, there you are. Sometimes if you close the other window too quickly, it doesn't register that you're logged in or some shit. I'm not sure. Whatever. Yeah, we got some StreamYard, or not StreamYard. We got some preseason games that happened today, last night. Got what was his name on the Cowboys scoring the 2 touchdowns? Very funny. Could be very exciting. There as a real life thing, not a fantasy thing. Otherwise, not a ton that I'm at least gleaning from these first preseason games. Jackson Dart getting absolutely lit up was very funny. But again, preseason 1 is not super actionable. The Jacoby Lane hype is just going to continue to rise, and I'm going to probably continue to be out. I would love to be in, I guess is the way to put that. I think I have a pretty decent bag of him in pre-draft stuff. Decent bag, nothing crazy. But in the post-draft stuff, especially in the Eliminator, just haven't really found my way to that lane. I mean, 5.5% is not terrible. It's not nothing. And for regular season, 3.3% is pretty bad. But decent amount of entry fees at least. Yeah, we're loving Jeremy Bernard and Josh Jacobs. But yeah. Back to here. Here at the 8-9 turn, we started Gibbs, Williams, Hall, Tootin with our first 4 picks. So we are done there. And then we got Mike Evans, Brian Thomas, and Marvin Harrison. I kind of just want to stack up 2 more receivers here. Say we can deal with quarterback and tight end later. Just grab Pittman, grab Addison. And make this receiver room slowly turn into a strength, hopefully. And then just say, you know what, quarterbacks and tight ends are irrelevant. You can grab an MVP later in the quarterback window. It'll be fine. We started here with Bijan, Brees, Bucky Irving, Nico Collins, Tetaroya McMillan. Top by the kick is Marvin Harrison or Jalen Hurts. Yeah, I think Marvin Harrison's just fine. Doesn't look like a team that I need to be prioritizing an elite onesie. I can just take a great receiver, a phenomenal, scarily good prospect, and just bet on that continuing to be great. So we started with Henry Lamb here. Many such cases. We're here at 34, and it's saying he wants Travis Etienne. No, I'm going to take Flowers. Get the running back wide receiver correlation. get the late buy. And ETN has been continuing to fall. So maybe he comes back. That would be really cool. Huh? What? There's no way. Something's fucked there. What? Malik Neighbors ADP of 42? No. Underdog, that is incorrect. At least your updated ADP. That's Malik Neighbors ADP 42.9. What? I'm legitimately very confused about this. Like, is there something going on? Look at my rankings for League Neighbors regular ADP 23.8, Eliminator ADP 42.9. Huh? Fix your side, Underdog. There's no way that's correct. There's no way. I mean, there's no way that we're going to be sitting here expecting people like Neighbors taking it to 3-1, like maybe over the entire contest. That's correct, but there's no way that that's anything like with recency. That's absurd. No. We Underdog, fix your site. Oh, how's it going, Mr. Dinesh? Yeah, we're just looking at some really strange Underdog ADP here. This Malik Neighbor stuff is, yeah, he's not an ADP of 42. Even if he was, I'd still be taking him here because he's awesome. If Malik Neighbors had an ADP of 42, I'd have 100% of him because he's great. And he's probably going to play week 1. Like, what are people doing? Come on. So here we have Rashee Rice and Devontae Adams as our receivers. Probably looking to go that way in terms of building this out. Hurts, Brees, Bucky. Yeah, it's just Metcalf for these guys. We got a redraft team in the chat. What do we got here? May, Taylor, Achan. Okay. Brown, Pickens, KW3, Fannin. Yeah. I'm presuming you have a pretty decent bench behind that too. But, you got, I'm guessing, what is that? Top 5 quarterback, top 5, 2, like a top 5 RB1, top 5 RB2, and a really good flex. And a top 5 tight end. And your receivers are above average, I would guess. So can't complain. That's a beautiful team. Most of my drafts are not for another week or two. So I'll be able to compare teams around then. Still in like big best ball season. I'm hoping these drafts finish up right around when my redraft stuff really starts to pick up. Also hoping to get to, if we can get to 100 subs by then, we'll be streaming a $350 redraft team. Drafting that with a couple of my friends in the space. So I am excited to hopefully do that. But we'll see what happens there. Here at the 5.9, we got Jacobs, Lamb, Waddle, and Bowers. I'm getting a pretty decent fall here on Lamar, which makes me want to take him, even though we're having our 2 elites out in week 13. Don't fuck with me, Underdog. Yeah, we'll just take Lamar here. Bet on his rushing production. It's going to be hard to talk me off Tate here, I fear. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Ladd McConkey, Tyler Warren. Yeah, Colonel Tate. A perfect example, don't read too much into the preseason. Like, he's a stud. And if this is where I have to take him, I will be taking him here. Like, rookie wide receivers that go as early as he did just always seem to hit the ground running. Like even when they don't turn out to be great players like Marvin Harrison. Like they just always hit the ground running. Here we got Taylor, Pollard, Dobbins at running back. That's going to need some juice in it later. And Rashee Rice, T. Higgins, Christian Watson at receiver with Bowers at the tight end slot. I think my Pittman rank's too high. I'm seeing too much Pittman. Let me go fix that. Where do I have Michael Pittman ranked? Behind Downs, Tyson. Yeah. Okay. So I'm thinking maybe we like have a little tier there. I think these running backs are correct. Like maybe we put the quarterbacks like ahead of them again. This is like a reminder that we're not like super trying to target Michael Pittman or anything like that. Also, JC now, I guess. Like he's probably like right in front of Rashad White. Like I think this is probably another one of this like ADP's been moving a lot in the past week or two, and they just like reset to full like contest ADP over like a last certain amount of period ADP or something like that. Because yeesh, some of these ADPs are really strange. But yeah, it's kind of hard for me to not want to take Herbert here because I'm not into Sutton or Lemon right now. Already have my bags packed on Lemon. So yeah, we'll just grab a nice quarterback here. I think that may be structurally a mistake. Like paying somewhat up for quarterback, but not all the way up. That may be not great. I'll try and think about that more as we go along. I feel like historically that's a pretty bad bet. Like paying somewhat up, but not all the way up for quarterbacks that are really good passers with mediocre rushing production. Especially in this style of format, yeah, I'm thinking that was probably not the best pick. But I'm not going to think about it too much because what's up? Like what's gonna happen? Can't undo the pick. So we'll just try and make better picks next time. But we have Hampton and St. Brown here to start. Flowers is the pick by my ranks. Kyron would be the pick by ADP. I'm going to just go ahead and continue to try and get my Flowers exposure up. Good players on good offenses with easy schedules. It's really not that hard. Pollard, it wants Pollard. I'm not a huge fan of Pollard. I'd rather wait and grab Dowdle or Dobbins. Colonel Tate's here. Make this receiver room even more exciting. Let's do that. Some good receivers, some good tight ends, some good feelings here. Here at 86, staring Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt in the face for our fifth running back on a team that is going to definitely need one more running back. I mean, JCM seems like a very reasonable pick here. Keeps our bye weeks different. Gets another good talent into the running back room, so that can be a huge strength moving forward. And then we got all these receivers. We got the week 17 correlation of receivers, yeah. On with PPR Tyler yesterday, he was talking to me about some of these week 17 correlations and getting me back into stacking brain for when I, go do these other fantasy football contests. No, what a joy to be in different places. So we're going to get 4 picks before we come back. So there are there are 6 receivers / tight ends here. I can guarantee myself 1 and then whoever falls, which will probably be Parker Washington. So if I have like Parker Washington penciled in, I don't really think that changes anything. We have the 2 week 13 buys at receiver that we started off with, Genty and Henry, and then Jacobs. So if we take Tyler Warren, that sort of like really makes us vulnerable in week 13. Which I'm not super excited about, and I can continue the Jacobs Watson stuff I have going on. I have a lot of that. Or I could just continue to try and get more JMO. Yeah, we'll go JMO here. My Christian Watson exposure is getting really, really high. And I want to be cognizant of that. This team, for whatever reason, it's panicking and says needs running back. We have Henry and Jacobs, Higginson, Lamb. I don't think that's true. I think we can take Tyler Warren here when we're less worried about the Week 13 bye, and then take whoever falls back to us at running back. Probably grab a Jalen Warren. Yeah. Play the room. You gotta make sure you're reading your opponents. Gotta make sure you're going, okay, how many people before my next pick? What am I looking at coming back? Especially we're getting a lot of these. We're looking at a lot of these like 5-11 style picks right now. This is when we started Henry, Etienne, Jefferson, Olave. So we're a little bit worried about week 8 bye stuff, but there's no like immediate week 8 bye players that we would be interested in. I don't have the correlation stuff with Watson. This guy's probably not going to be taking running backs after already taking 3. Yeah, Cook, Saquon, Scadabo, Wilson. I'm guessing he's not going to be taking a running back. And I'm more interested in taking Ramondre here. So knowing that, I'm less interested in taking Watson because of the bye week stuff. Yeah, I think we just go ahead and grab Tyler Warren again. A lot of my season may come down to how good Bowers and Tyler Warren are. Like if either one of them is really able to like gap the field by a meaningful margin, I think that's going to be great for my season. Because I don't know what my exposures are going to look like, but it feels like I'm going to have a giant bag of both of those guys and be really happy about it. So we're at the 4.6. Top of my ranks is T. Higgins, but with Amon-Ra, I don't think that's a great choice. Jalen Waddle's perfectly reasonable. I think David Montgomery is also perfectly reasonable. Yosh has got, like, when I talked with Yosh yesterday in the morning, he got me in on David Montgomery more, just like into like thinking more about it, and more so into not being at 3%. Like I am absolutely fine with not being a big Montgomery stan, but I do want to make sure that he's not a terrible pick, and like there are definitely teams where he's right. And as a first running back, when I start St. Brown, Flowers, Bowers, I think he's a perfectly cromulent selection. Yeah, this is where I like actually start thinking about taking Devonta Smith. I have very little of him, and I'm not getting a ton of him. And we started Lamb Bowers. I'm actually sort of more okay with reaches. Like when I've already reached for 2 players, I want to continue to just reach for my guys. And I think in that spirit, reaching for Josh Jacobs feels more correct for this team than taking the value in Devonta. Like if we had 2 big values, I'd be more likely to take Devonta there. So Neighbors goes at 28. It's suggesting Trey McBride. I may need to I don't think Trey McBride should go ahead of the group of receivers that is Rice, Neighbors, Flowers, but I think he should be mixed in there, and I'm going to go ahead and mix him in here as well. Like he's just so he had 170 targets, and the season before he had 147 targets. And those were in bad offensive environments, and it's not going to be significantly worse this year. I don't know. I want to be in on my top 3 tight ends, not the top 3 tight ends by ADP, but my top 3 tight ends, which is Trey McBride, Tyler Warren, and Brock Bowers. And with my ranks, I have to be very selective about the points where I'm in on Trey McBride. If I'm going to try and continue to trend towards having my goal is to have 15 to 20% Bowers, 10 to 12% of McBride, and 15 to 20% of Warren is the hope. So I gotta be taking him a little bit more than I am right now if I want to stick to those. But also I want to have 15-20% of neighbors. I want to have probably 12 to 18% of rice. I want to have at least be overweight, like at least be like 10% on Zay Flowers. That could even go, but I'd be comfortable being higher on that. Yeah, I guess we just continue the chalk here. Take Jacobs, take ETN after starting Barkley, Jefferson. Slam those running backs. Here we started another Genty Henry start. I feel a little bit less comfortable taking McBride over Rice here, but I think I am going to take McBride again. Try and be intentional about this. And I'm getting a little bit more concerned about Rice's knee injury. As much as I've been making fun of it for a little while, I think it's actually gotten to a point where it's like, oh, okay, maybe this is something to worry about. All right, hello. We have Purdy, Lawrence, McCaffrey, Irving, Judkins, Dobbins, Neighbors, BTJ, Matthew Golden, and Brock Bowers. All right. Lord knows this team needs receivers. We have Khalil Shakir, top of my ranks, and close to top of ADP, Kelsey being the only other person there. With the 11.5, Shakir overlaps with Brian Thomas in terms of buys. I don't really need another quarterback. I think this is just like very clear Khalil Shakir. He, from what I saw, looked like perfectly fine in the preseason game. Like the tightrope is not like completely fucked him. So that was one of my big worries with taking him. And if that's staged, then great. I can continue to load up on the Bills' 1A or 1B receiver and just hope that he's a bit healthier this year. And it's the 11th round. I'm not expecting to get superstars here. This is a windmill slam. Zay Flowers, right? Yeah, because the other people that are left are two people that are around ADP are two people that I'm really out on in Allen and Kapuka. So start Henry Jefferson, windmilling, and Zay Flowers, and probably gonna be a little uncomfortable with our next pick, but c'est la vie. Here in the 6th, we have Judkins, Nakua, Brown, Neighbors, McMillan. We got some Week 11 troubles brewing. I probably want to dodge Week 11 players on this team as much as I can, so I'm not going to be taking May. I'm going to be taking Daniels instead. Just try and not run into what, again, me and Yosh were talking about yesterday, this Week 11 by Mageddon that is so easy to stack. And the Sims are so okay stacking it that you're expecting a lot of good teams to be there Week 11 with these buys. But the cyclical thinking comes back in there because if you're expecting a lot of people to have poor Week 11 showings, then you can also have a poor Week 11 showing, and that's fine if you want to really lean into it. Say I'm gonna just really hope I go against someone else who has a poor Week 11, has a bunch of Week 11 buys. And, that's my path forward from there. Man, this is some real bare stuff. Like it's Brian Thomas and then a big jump down to J.K. Dobbins in terms of what's reasonable here. Unfortunately, we have started 5 straight receivers. So J.K. Dobbins is unfortunately on the menu regardless. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Yeah, I would have loved to have taken BTJ here, but I cannot do it. I need starting running backs. And J.K. Dobbins, for as injury prone as he is a starting running back. Yeah, I'm considering 6 receivers here regardless. If I grab Brian Thomas, I'm definitely doing 6 receivers. Yeah, I'm curious who my next target at running back is probably going to be like grabbing like JCM on this team. Maybe like a falling Chuba Hubbard, like Corum, get one of the Minnesota running backs, really target Chris Rodriguez. This is going to be like very, very specifically built team that we have to. We're hoping a lot of things fall correctly for, but we're willing to take that gamble because, oh Lord, look at that receiver room. Yeah, I think that's all our picks for today. Today is one of my days off, so it's going to be a lot easier for me to do 3-stream day. So, or maybe it'll, I guess, technically be a 4-stream day because I'll be back sometime in the afternoon to do another quick, like hopefully 30-minute bout of picks. And then I'll be on tonight from 8:30 to 9 with the Squib Fantasy Football channel. If you haven't checked that out, it's a crazy home league with 16 of us people that are doing this fantasy football YouTube stuff. It's insane. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's Squib Fantasy on YouTube and X. Go check it out. So I'll be on there doing a little bit of an intro from 8:30 to 9. And probably right after that, I'll do my evening picks. But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for showing up here this morning. It's been a fun one. I will see you guys later today. Bye-bye.